In this video, we'll walk through how to create a powerful workflow in Make.com that interacts with the MainWP dashboard using the MainWP REST API version 2. Make.com is a platform that lets you automate workflows between apps, services, and APIs, while the MainWP REST API allows you to programmatically interact with your MainWP dashboard, giving you the ability to manage your WordPress sites efficiently. Today, we'll create a workflow that checks for any disconnected sites in your MainWP dashboard. If any sites are found disconnected, we'll attempt to reconnect them. If the reconnection fails, we'll do two things: send a Slack message and create a task in Google Tasks. Let's get started. First, head over to Make.com, go to Scenarios, and create a new scenario. Begin by adding a new module. Search for the HTTP module and select Make a Request. In the URL field, enter the full URL of the API call. For this example, we'll use a call that fetches information about all sites but with the disconnected parameter. Next, click on Add a Header. In the name field, enter authorization, and in the value field, enter bearer followed by your API key with a space separating the word bearer and your token. Scroll down and enable the parse response option, then click OK. To ensure everything is set up correctly, run a quick test. In the output section, under Data, you should see the expected response with details about the sites. Since everything looks good, we can proceed. Next, we will be making another HTTP request, but using a different API call to attempt to reconnect our disconnected sites. To speed things up, we will clone the first call and make necessary changes to it. Right-click the module and select Clone. Drag the cloned module to the right, connecting it to the first one. This second module will be used to run the API call for reconnecting sites. Replace the URL with the /reconnect/endpoint, change the method to post, and disable the parse response option. Once done, click OK. We want the second module to run only when there are disconnected sites, so we'll add a filter between the two modules. Click on the dots connecting them and give the filter a descriptive label, like if disconnected. Click on Condition, and in the pop-up window, find the total field under Data from the previous call. Select Numeric Operators greater than from the drop-down and enter 0 in the field below. This setup ensures that the workflow will proceed only if there are any disconnected sites. Now run the workflow to test it and also to capture the response of the second HTTP module. After the test run, click on the icon next to the second module to view the response. If a reconnect failed for one of the sites, we'll see that information here. Next, we'll add a new module called Router. This allows us to perform multiple actions at this junction. However, we want the router to activate only if the previous HTTP module reported a failed reconnect. Click on the dots to open a filter, give it a label, and set the condition by selecting the relevant data from the reconnect call. Choose Text Operators, Contains from the drop-down, and type in Failed. This will make sure the workflow continues only if there was a failed reconnect attempt. Now let's add our two final actions. First, we'll create a task in Google Tasks. Search for Google Tasks in the modules, then select Create a Task. You'll need to create a connection with your Google account. Click Create a Connection, select the desired Google account, and then click Continue and Allow. Once connected, select a task list, choose whether you want to create a new task or a subtask, and give the task a title. For the next action, we'll set up Slack notifications. Search for Slack and select Create a Message. You'll also need to connect your Slack account. Once connected, choose the channel type, which will be a direct message. Select the user who will receive the notification and enter the message text. And that's the entire workflow. Let's run it and see it in action. Everything looks good. The task has been created in Google Tasks, and the Slack message has been sent successfully. This workflow demonstrates how powerful, easy, and flexible automation can be with Make.com and the MainWP REST API version 2. Thank you for watching, and if you found this video helpful, be sure to like and subscribe for more updates from MainWP. Don't forget to check out one of our other videos next.